Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games and welcome to a brand new campaign on the channel. Today it's going to be some Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich. We are on patch Alpha 0.7.1 El Condor Pasa. Now, let me first talk about the elephant in the room. Empire of Japan campaign is cancelled. I was hating it. I was getting really annoyed with the random number generation I was getting hurt by. And I just had enough, so it's gone. All right, and not too many people were watching it anymore anyway, because I think they were also getting frustrated, so I don't think anybody's going to be too upset about it. So we're going to go. I've not played any of these South American countries yet. We're just going to grab Argentina, because I've always said Argentina, at least in the previous patch, is always very good for a starter country for Kaiserreich, so we're just going to hop into Argentina, which has now been split, because you have this Patagonian workers front going on down there. And let's just hop into it. I'm going in 100% blind. I know I'm the guide guy, but I've done no guides so far for South America, so we're just gonna check it out. Should be lots of fun. Okay, thank you Kaiserreich team as always. We're changing home. Oh yeah, this is just letting us know that the Steam Workshop location is gonna change. Okay, so let's first take a look at our national spirits. Inter-service rivalry, Navy is dominant. Faster construction speed, faster naval doctrine research time, but land doctrine. Basically, the Navy gets bonuses, but the Army suffers. Military cliques are hurting my military. And woes of the Christmas coup. Minus 60% recruitable population factor, minus 90% division recovery rate, minus 90% division organization. So basically, there's no way in hell I'm going to war anytime soon. I've already got this. Thrown into chaos by Marlos Carle and the LP just after the Christmas celebrations last year. The nation of Argentina is in a state of total anarchy with various military elements fighting for control over the presidency. Okay, what do I start out as? National populist. Okay. Let's see, I got some 14-day things. This modifies the Christmas coup pretty quickly. Or I could get a couple of events. Am I going to be going to war in the first month? I don't know. I don't think so. Let's figure out what I'm going to do here. Oh, we definitely need to get that infantry equipment. What else? What else do we want to do here? Yeah, we'll just get these three for right now. Can't go wrong with this. I also want to start thinking about my land doctrine. It's still only 172 days to take these first ones right now. I don't know what I want to do. I think the last time I played a South American country was Chile, and I did mass assault, and that worked out very well for me. I had incredible KD ratios, like thousands, like 2,000, 3,000 to 1. So maybe we could do something like that again. Alright, what do we got here? There's some open slots here. In Cordoba, I might build here in Cordoba. Yeah, let's do that initially. And what else? Okay, let's consolidate the GBA capital region, whatever that means. Can I take anything else? Wait, I could expand my air bases. I have not completed focus economic control over Argentina. I can do Armada Argentina. This will strengthen the Navy. No kidding. Oh, you know what? It's probably a constant balancing act. There's certain things I could do that will make the Army stronger and vice versa, and the Navy weaker and vice versa. That's interesting because, of course, I'm going to go ahead and guess I have to attack Brazil at some point, or I'm going to want to attack Brazil. And having a Navy would be very crucial so I can get some Marines landing over here in, like, Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro. Very interesting indeed. Nothing for the Air Force, though. Poor Air Force. So where's the economic control? Autarky. Export to South America. Here we go. Economic control has completed focus. Consolidate Mendoza has completed focus. Retake Santiago and Salta. That's right here or right here. Wait, do I need both of them? I probably need both. So retake. Gains core on Jujuy. Jujuy will no longer be... Okay, so I get a couple cores. Where's these demilitarized zones? Up here. Doesn't look like they're demilitarized. I don't see the lines. Alright, anyway, let's unpause, and I'm sure we're going to get that pop-up explaining the situation. Oh, let me also... I've got 3 divisions. Alright, status of Argentina. Let's check out the new lore. By the early 20th century, Argentina was enjoying a booming and fast-growing economic prowess based on its meat and cereal exports. Immigrants from all over Europe flooded towards the republic, and vigorous entrepreneurship and nascent industry quickly propelled Argentina forwards as one of the most prosperous nations on the planet. Trade relations were secure, and exports to the United Kingdom and Germany kept increasing. When the Weltkrieg, however, struck, Argentina was forced into neutrality, unwilling to side with either its most important economic ally, the UK, or its second most important one, Germany. By steering between the two, sanctions were brought down by the British, enforcing an embargo on trade with Germany. While Argentina tried circumventing this by selling through third countries, the sales were not the same, and the pre-WK miracle slowed down. As the last years of the Weltkrieg approached, it became apparent to the UK that it was fighting a losing fight, and ordered the Argentinian government and companies to ramp up production and exploit the nation to the fullest. Discontent with the increased demands and sick of British exploitation, the workers continued to organize, protest, and finally rise up in an armed revolt. Unable to contain the situation, the control of the Argentine government on the uprisings went from bad to worse, and by the mid-20s, Argentina had lost control of Santa Cruz, Chubut, and Rio Negro provinces to the newly formed Frente Obrero Patagónico, Patagonian Workers' Front. Three subsequent democratically elected governments were tasked with solving the crisis, but failed one after another. In response to their incapacity to rule, General Uriburu rose up in 1930 to attempt crushing the revolt. A reign of terror spread across the nation, with socialist and syndicalist sympathizers massacred and pushed southwards. His dictatorship is, however, short-lived, as he dies from cancer 2 years later, forming a power vacuum and once more no large-scale intervention in the south. There it is. So now we got the demilitarized zones, which looks like it's almost the whole world. Elections are written out, and through electoral fraud, the PAN under Roca successfully takes power. The PAN. Which was that? Does that mean the PDN? Is that a whatever. Prompting a slow recovery from Uriburu's dictatorship and a changing attitude towards the FOP, Patagonian Workers' Front. Small skirmishes into FOP territory are launched, and the Navy successfully retakes the Isla Grande de Terra del Fuego. Intervention from Chile, however, stops the government from achieving victory and temporarily ends the conflict with FOP. When, in 1935, rumors started surfacing that Roca may be attempting to end the conflict and leave the FOP alone, outrage across the nation erupts, enabling the Liga Patriotica under Manuel Carles to gain their support they need, culminating in the Christmas coup. Supported by the Navy and various military elements, Carles coups the government on Christmas 1935, takes control of the Capital region, and starts solidifying his hold on the nation. As the 1st of January 1936 overtakes the nation, Carles is still in the midst of his attempted coup, with success far from certain. Aside from the Buenos Aires capital region and small inland provinces, his control is nil. Support from the ARA, or Argentinian Armada, is guaranteed, but many of the military commanders in the army doubt Carles' potential and are organizing to put down his coup. So there could be a counter coup by the army. Where's the political tree? FOP debacle. It's the ultimate confrontation. Here, I'm already getting that accent going. Confrontation. No. Refugee for Italian Sciences. Purge in the name of the Lord. I think we're gonna try to stay national populist. We'll see what happens though. Alright, so I at least have some Marines. Alright, Field Marshals, what do we got? Hey, there's Agustin Justo. Always nice to see him around. We've got Harsh Leader, Inflexible Strategist. Doesn't this open up Unyielding Defender? Nice. Okay. So I think we're going to go with Pedro here. As for who's going to run our Marines. Here we go. We got this engineer here. As for them, another engineer. Let's go with you. Fortress Buster might be needed. Okay, but we need to go ahead and pick something now before we fill up the focus. We're going to go with Consolidate the GBA Capital Region, just to see what this event does. Oh, okay, so this actually has a few decisions. Collapse of nations all over Europe after the Weltkrieg and rising tensions between the socialist bloc. Wait a second. What are we building? Okay. We could be making artillery, and this is really all we got. I think the interwar fighters are going to have to wait. Yeah, we just can't build them. We don't have the stuff for it. I guess we're going to keep that one factory there so the efficiency cap can continue to rise, but we sure don't have much going for us there. Okay, so let me read this decision. The collapse of nations all over Europe after the Weltkrieg and the rising tensions between the socialist bloc of the International and the rest of Europe have given rise to an increased level of immigration towards our great nation. Further crises throughout the continent would even further boost these numbers and could provide an opportunity to further boost our population. Projected immigration report for 1936, 100%. So if I have more than 40% stability and I am not suffering from Black Monday, I can increase immigration factor. That's kind of cool. I like that. Why does Italy... But why do they cost different amounts, I wonder? See, it only would... Oh, it's because it's the percentage. So 8%... It costs... This 15 political power would cost me... 15 political power to get 8% more immigration factor, or 20% immigration factor is going to cost me 40. Okay, interesting. So, clashes at the Colegio Militar de la Nación as one of the last strongholds in the greater Buenos Aires region. The Colegio Militar de la Nación was occupied by loyalist members of the military who had barricaded themselves inside the compound, awaiting reinforcements from the interior. In response to this last-ditch effort, soldiers of the ARA were sent in to try and push them out. While small clashes occurred throughout the compound, the army surrendered a week later when their basic utilities and will to hold out had started to fade. Amongst the captured were a few notable army commanders, but it seems that the majority of the staff had fled the city during the first days of the coup. This victory may be insignificant in the greater picture, but we now firmly control the entirety of Buenos Aires. Execute the dissidents, gain stability, lose war support. We will definitely execute the dissidents, although now our war support is in the negatives. Very bad. Let's found the gendarme. Okay, these are all 2-week focuses, so it looks... we are in the middle of a coup, so stuff's happening kind of fast. I'm probably going to start grabbing these quickly, going low to high. 20%. Yeah, I'm probably going to grab all these as fast as I can once I have the stability. Because the earlier I take them, the better it'll be. It's like in Ireland, their focus. Where's their immigrant one? It's somewhere here. It's been a while since I played Ireland. Which is it? It doesn't matter. The point is, like, there's something here where... Oh yeah, here we go. Immigration reform. Yeah, I like to take this like, very, very quickly. Definitely before the end of 1936. That's the key. Alright, so I think the Patagonian Workers' Front, yes, is considered an autonomous puppet of Chile. Chile and them definitely have more divisions than I do. I've only got 3 at the moment. So let's get training them, I guess. We don't have much in the way of manpower, although we're getting severely curtailed by the Christmas coup at the moment. Okay, I thought there were some Chileans actually in there. So Uruguay is guaranteed by Brazil. Paraguay is not. I don't know if Bolivia is going to go for Paraguay kind of early or what. And Brazil is going to be the big bad neighbor up north that we're going to have to deal with. Okay, wait a second. With questionable support from the army and the limited manpower of the ARA, a debate has arisen about the capabilities of our internal strike force. According to the Argentine constitution, the armed forces can technically not intervene in internal civil conflicts, so the gendarme would be created as an organ subordinate to the defense ministry and thus the Carles cabinet. It would be defined as a civilian security force of a military nature and maintain a functional relationship with the Ministry of Defense as part of both the national defense system and the interior security system. It would therefore maintain capabilities arising from the demands required by joint military planning with the armed forces and would legally be able to intervene in the current crisis. Our funds are, however, limited at this time. The loyalty of the new recruits will be questionable at best, which has made Carles reconsider the proposal to avoid the possibility of a counter-coup from within his own ranks. That's a very good point. Very good point indeed. Is there anything where I get a... Like, is this going to affect things later in the military tree? Yeah, I don't want a counter-coup to happen. Oh, it looks like I have to choose between Grand Battle Plan and Mobile Warfare. Mobile Warfare is a South American country. That would be interesting, to say the least. Um, tanks in the jungle. I don't think that would go too well for me. Though everybody gets one more attack skill. That's kind of cool. We are going to... Maybe if I got divisions right away from this. No, we're going to deal with this on our own. I don't want to be counter-couped. I think I'm going to try to stay national populist, as I was saying. Rosario has fallen. Question of civil rights. All right, let's intervene in the judiciary. I think we can go to 5 speed here. Black Monday is hit, and so we're going to get spanked with it in a moment. There it is. Black Monday hits the nation. Construction. Oh, it's bad. Loss of factory output. Consumer goods. All sorts of nonsense. And electoral gridlock in France. I don't think I can build anything. Oh, I still got a few factories working. Closure of the Bolsa de Comercial. Free market will fix this. So I can lose political power and some stability, or say the free market will fix this and keep the political power. I think we will take that political power hit. I hate to lose stability. I really do. Okay, intervention in the judiciary. During the early years of the 20th century, our nation started to slowly move away from the old authoritarian systems towards a more open and democratic system by changes to the Constitution. Subsequent separatism. Okay, I've been talking a lot. We can, however, push our narrative and start replacing the lower courts as well with our followers, although this might backfire greatly should the people turn sides. Okay, so basically, do I want to fill the high court with my people or everyone with my people? We're going to say the old system is outdated and corrupt. We're switching everybody over. Temporarily restrict civil rights. I have no idea where this is heading. For all I know, I'm walking into a counter coup, and then the Patagonian Workers' Front is just going to take over, and it's over in the first episode. I truly have no idea. This is nearly done, though. Okay. Boy, these are not good. Question of civil rights. Many of our supporters are convinced that we aren't rooting out the old guard efficiently enough and have pushed for a temporary restriction on the constitutional rights of our citizens. The proposal is, of course, not going to be well accepted by the majority of the population, but it can guarantee a safer home front and avoid political or civilian opposition. Yeah, you know, we just gotta do it for the nation. Geez, there was some South American leader. I wish I could remember who it was. It might have been an Argentinian, but he had this quote where he says to his followers, he's like, "The word democracy is nowhere in our Constitution," which I thought was a very interesting quote. All Argentinians must serve the state in these times. It's a dangerous time. It's a dangerous time. They'll be upset for a little bit, but when I give them the whole continent, they'll get over it. Alright, time to finally secure the apparatus. Well, actually, I could do some 5-year plan stuff here. Formation of the Carlis. See, what is this Rosario has fallen thing? You know? Let's try to form the cabinet first, and then we're going to work on the economy. Protests in Buenos Aires. Station the reserves in Buenos Aires. Okay, if you say so. It's probably a very good idea. Which one is Rosario? Who knows? Who makes the world? There's the Arabian War. I wonder who will win. Still at negative war support. Oh, whoa, slow down. Close the currency board. For most of our history, the currency board has tied the peso to a gold standard called the Caja de Conversión. Stocks plummeting. Our exports have lost their competitive edge. The proposal was offered to close the currency board and abandon the gold standard, letting the peso devaluate and making our products therefore competitive. Ooh, I probably should not. No, we're going to keep it open. It would probably be a very bad idea. Wait, it says keep the board open, and then there's nothing negative. Okay, is there anything here about the gold standard? Economic control, consolidate, engines of war. Escalation in Buenos Aires, lost some manpower. I don't see any reason to not keep the board open. I think if I stick to the gold standard, it might be better for me in the long term. Yeah, I don't want to develop. Closing the board's probably going to help me right away, but no. We're keeping it open. We're keeping it open. You see, isn't that Kaiserreich for you? It's like, wait, I'm not going to take a political power loss? I am suspicious. There must be something worse. Very curious as to how this is all going to go down. So what's going on in the rest of the world? Benoit's in charge over here. The Italians have not chosen their government yet. Trade Union Congress is in progress. Did they change Snowden's portrait again? Looks better. Okay. Peso is spiraling downwards. Yep. So I wasn't able to save it. And it lost stability. Damn. Okay. Fight for the Estación Retiro. As the primary railway hub of our nation, the cities of Buenos Aires plays a key role in connecting the vast swathes of our land to our country. Most of the northern railroads, however, pass through Rosario, which has not yet declared its allegiance to Carles and may prove a thorn in our side during the northern campaign. Our troops are currently finishing up the loyalist remnants in the Estación Retiro in Buenos Aires, but we'll have to decide whether to have the ARA secure the coastline and its populous cities or the Rosario hub first. Okay, I'm pretty sure it said something here. Yeah, Rosario has fallen. Now, probably I could secure the coast and then do Rosario, but I want to keep knocking these out. So we're going to push towards Rosario. It's got 10 days to fall before I take the economy thing. I'm very happy that I at least start on partial mobilization. It's very, very good. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Getting nervous. Okay, we got to do something else then. First 5-year plan activates mission completion of the 5-year plan. All right. Should I just take this mechanical computing? There's not a whole lot else I can really do right now. Or I could take... Alright, I need to decide between mobile warfare and the Grand Battle Plan Doctrine. Looking at my resources that I have available, I've got some tungsten and oil. So maybe tanks could be viable if I went more into tanks than I did for anything else. But the thing is, there's always such piss poor infrastructure in South America. I just don't feel good about it. And I'd have to go through the jungle. No, we're not going to do that. We are going to go with the tried and tested Grand Battle Plan Doctrine. Let's at least just get this first one, then I'm probably going to hold off until I get some research bonuses later. Alright, Pope has died. Who's running India? Chamber of Princes, they haven't chosen yet. Who's going to be in charge? Cordoba and Rosario denounce the Carles regime. Invoke Article 6. Carles invokes 6. Start the campaign, or they're going to break off now or something? What's Mendoza and Entre Rio side with Cordoba. We must move quickly now. Can I... What is happening? I'm just sitting here in the capital. Victory in San Nicolas. Troop. Quick and decisive strikes to capture the railroads around Buenos Aires have been greatly successful. We now control the road to Rosario and other inland cities. Troops are being sent by train to Rosario to quell the revolt and are expected to arrive before the army has a chance to prepare its defenses, giving us the opportunity to take the populous city. Conclave's happening. The fall of Rosario. Surprised by the quick reaction of our troops and ill-prepared to take on our forces, the city fell after only small skirmishes in the center of the city. Excellent. Excellent. That's a huge victory for the nation, and now we can seize the disloyal garrisons. Awesome. Plus, we're about to cut in half, or fix a lot of these horrible things that we're dealing with from Black Monday. Actually, wait. Construction speed's going to go up 45% once this is done. That I'm actually going to be having a faster construction speed than before. Interesting. Although it looks like it's going to increase my consumer good factory, so that kind of sucks. Alright. Seize the disloyal garrisons. Get some more recruitable population back. And hallelujah, we're off of basic infantry equipment. Alright. We're going to need... Yeah, let's get the mechanical computing. Can never take that too early. We're going to trade with Russia for now, which is the Republic under the Senate. Okay, interesting. This could lead to some interesting paths. They don't have Bukharin. We could see the Civil War break out. Maybe, maybe not. And finally, formation of the Carles cabinet. As our hold on Argentina is all but secure, we can finally dedicate ourselves to establishing a loyal and efficient cabinet to assist Carles in his reforms. Wonderful. Those demilitarized zones are still not good. Oh. Alright, Nicholas Iglaus just took charge in Britain. Did they change the color of his hat and suit? And we've got Roman over here in Poland. It's not too often I see them go national populist. Very different. Very different. Iran has gone radical socialist. Okay. We're definitely seeing some interesting things happen. Saudi Arabia just formed. Osman. Oh yeah, of course Osman's not going to choose his cabinet for quite a while. Alright, the Indo-Chinese revolt is going to happen. We've got some unrest in the north. I can live with that. Damn, the war support is just killing me with the command power. It's fine, though. Alright. Now we're going to get a bunch of new ministers and things. Gets event. I assume full control of Argentina. The nation was torn apart in a vicious struggle for control over the presidency. They took over the capital, the fall of Rosario, a vital railway hub for the inner regions. Carlos proclaimed his coup a success and has assumed the presidency this afternoon after a rousing speech for his followers in Buenos Aires, promising vast territorial expansion and an end to the red terror that plagues Patagonia. He was met with waves of enthusiasm by the struggling people of his country. Beautiful. Now, we can start purging people and stuff. March on Cordoba, secure La Pampa. Alright, what are we going to need to do to continue fixing this up? Economic control Argentina means I have to have consolidated Mendoza as well as retaken Santiago and Salta. Why can't I take these already? Oh, I have to do them in a certain order, so I have to go left to right. Now, a lot of Kaiserreich, as you all know, is connected to party popularity. So maybe the faster we do that, the better, even though it's going to cost me political power and lots of it. Yeah, first we're going to purge the social conservatives, then we're going to purge the social democrats, and that'll probably be the end of the episode. Wow, look at all this army. Look at this big old army I now have available to me. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. And the Christian socialists have won in Italy, as usual. That happens an awful lot. I swear I've not seen anything else happen. Alright, what's Germany doing? Yeah, they're still working on Black Monday. Austria actually went social conservative. That's right, because they fixed that bug where they wouldn't before. They would never go social conservative if the AI was in charge. Good. What else is happening in the world? It's 1936. National Security Act is going through. A Wallonia crisis has happened. We don't need this anymore. And Germany just declared war. Gallo seizes control of Ecuador. So Ecuador has gone authoritarian democratic. Alright. Complete political dominance gains national spirit. Complete political dominance. Daily political power gain 0.25. Remove national spirit woes of the Christmas coup, which I think also... Wait, no. Never mind. No, it doesn't. But, yeah, we definitely want this. Get that. You know, because right now we're getting barely more than half a political power point a day. Alright, a coup happened in Siam. Alright, at least we're now the majority, the national populace, that is. So that put us in kind of a sweeter spot. We're getting a 0.45 political power a day because of that. So it's a start. Now, as far as stability goes, it looks like each of these is going to give me 5. So 15 plus 15 is 30. So that's going to bring me to 83. Of course, I still have to dig my way out of this political power hole. There's the Indo-Chinese revolt I was just saying was going to break out. But the good news is... Wait a second. Entre Rios. Which one's that? Let me make sure I'm not already building there. I think I am. No, I'm building in Cordoba. Alright. So anyway, what I was saying is that means before you know it, I'm going to be out of the political power hole, and we're going to start taking all of these. Attack Danish immigrants, 5 political power points. Oh yeah, the 5-year plan. To help our economy recover from Black Monday and create a rejuvenated sense of Argentinian nationalism, the government has decreed a so-called 5-year plan to improve our national infrastructure and accommodate our growing population. Completion of the plan will require Black Monday no longer plagues us. Tucumán is finished. Project Santiago is finished. Project Juyuja is finished. La Rioja is finished, and more than 30 factories. If it is not completed, it will be seen as weakness. We will lose 100 political power and 7 stability. If we do complete it in time, we will get 100 political power and 10 stability. Alright, so that's a pretty... so basically we're going to run down this. Downturn halted. So how do I completely get rid of it? Meaning Black Monday. I don't know, but this episode has gone on long enough. Thank you for joining me. I'm Conquering History Games. Please be sure to subscribe and click the bell if you haven't already, so you'll always be notified whenever a new video on this campaign has gone up. I'm very excited about it, and it's kind of fun to go in blind to things sometimes. And yeah, it's going to be fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.